Level 90. Victory lost. Nah, I can't read that. Rahatia regards his comrades in solemn silence. Are you all ready to continue on? Then let us make for where that light shone. Ashtola and Urianje have opened the way for us. The tube. Yes, I can feel it, the ether emanating from the arcane pattern. This is a portal, and no mistake. Let us see where it leads. Portal of Wisdom. Travel through the portal, yes. Hostile presence? No. Overflow beta. Amazing, yet another civilization. Attacked as soon as you arrive, not the most welcoming of places, is it? You must try to find denizens who are amenable to conversation. We should also get the lay of the land, see how far we can go. I'll help Alphanald with that. In the meantime, you and Graha can search for friendlier folk. Apart from hostile beings, take care with your footing. I mislike the look of this terrain. Not knowing what the locals are like, you'd best take care of yourselves. We'll find you once we've finished exploring. I expect the twins will seek the outermost bounds of the Isle, so I propose we search the central area. There are machines patrolling here and there, sentinels in all likelihood. Like those you encountered, they will most certainly attack any who venture too close. So let us avoid them and look for others that appear more approachable. You see naught but patrolling machines in the area. They do not seem inclined to non-violent intercourse. Is that like no sex in your violence? thing's gonna attack me as soon as I pass by it. Maybe I can outrun it. Yeah, maybe it's not going to attack me. Look, Zilly, the machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. Begging your pardon, but we are searching for the denizens of this star. Unknown life forms detected, assigning generic label, interplanetary travelers. Greetings and welcome to the planet, blip boop. That's where Omega's from? The planet what? Could you please repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name in our tongue. It may be translated into yours as Alphatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called the Omicrons, and you stand within one of our outposts. The Omicrons, you say, and what is it that you do here? We are preparing for war. As we presently do not have a designated target, you have nothing to fear. Should your star become designated, however, you will be taken into custody and or terminated. Not a little frightening, these Omicrons, but at least they seem to be forthright. I will see what else I can learn from this fellow. If you could try speaking with the others. Let's go in a circle. Greetings, traveler. When venturing outside the outpost, beware of malfunctioning units. They do not heed Sir's commands and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. For the avoidance of confusion, be advised that Sir is the alias of Stigma 1. Sir issues instructions to our forces as the foremost of the 6 strategic matrices that bear the designation Stigma. Measuring combat capability, result negligible, subject falls outside targeting parameters. Greetings, traveler. We are the Omicrons, and our objective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. So like Omega. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the home world of the beings whose strength was said to be without parallel, the dragons. Okay, yeah, so this is where he's from. Yet, though the endeavor yielded a wealth of combat data, the star was rendered barren and unable to yield resources. A subsequent costing determined that losses incurred exceeded the gains. Blip bloop, autonomous weapon deployment complete. Vanguard armament upgrade complete. Munition level satisfactory. Combat readiness assessment nominal, awaiting instructions from Sir. Maintaining state of combat readiness. You learned a few things, so did I. Ere we share our findings, however, I believe it best to step outside the outpost. Come with me. Ah, there you are. We finished surveying the area. This will come as no surprise, but there was no way forward. There were portals like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated isles. And as before, we must locate the embodiment of the emotion that bars the way. What of yourselves? Did you find anyone to speak with? So the Omicron seek to advance themselves through conquest. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader has yet to issue new commands, and so they wait. In such a place, who could it be that fits Urianje's description, a soul whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others? Urianje said this? During our investigation before we joined you in Elegia. So that's the way of it. Why couldn't he just say it to all of us? Given what we know of this place, it's certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons and the Ea long for death, the Omicrons long for conflict. As much as they may lead to destruction, must be considered a distinct desire. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to M032, the first Omicron with whom we spoke, there is a console by which we might communicate with. M032 also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe, is worth investigating. What say you? Victory, blah, 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 lost. Complete. No sound. Okay, close enough. Level 90. Grahatia is ready to set forth. So the console we seek lies on the far side of the side. Given the nature of the ground, the route may not be entirely direct as it seems. Let us all watch our step as we make our way. This appears to be the console, but it seems unresponsive. Do you care to take a look at it? Tried touching, smacking, and attuning with the console, but there is no response. No luck, I see. There must be a way to activate it. There must.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough, but if we can't even activate it...
Perhaps there is a way. First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. As you've doubtless surmised, I believe this was the homeworld of Omega. Sid built a jamming device to defeat it, a device which generated massive bursts of lightning, its sole weakness.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
Got ideas, might as well. Have at it. I'm not sure this is a good idea. Or I could use my custom-made Omega Jammer.
Very well. Here I go.
It worked!
Yay.
Opening connection to communications module 1. Connection established. Transmission. Strategic matrix signal 1 now online. As a primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. None found. All units, please maintain current state. End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait! We have questions for you! Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The Extended Operations Unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with said guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End reply. End transmission. Closing connection.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
Let us focus our search on the outpost. Jose and I will try speaking with the Omicrons this time in the hopes we might learn something new. Meanwhile, perhaps you and Graha could observe them from a distance. These beings are systematic and routine by nature. If there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, then let us begin at once. As we came this way, I believe I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me. Search base Omicron for errant Omicrons. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target an Omicron and examine it with right trigger A. Yeah, can't target him now. Stop moving. Where'd he go? Like this big thing in my way. There he is. Ah. He's like too fast. Can't track him properly. He's gonna come the same way. He looks like he's running the same sort of routine. Omicron wanders about ceaselessly as if lacking a clear objective. An Omicron wandering aimlessly. Where? Aha, I see it. It's left the base. Let's follow it. Here there be dragons. It's not here, but it definitely came this way. It must have used that portal. Time to go through and see what we find. Hello, portal. Travel through the portal, yes. What is your query? Ah, you found it. What are you doing here? I am looking at the tree. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is a sample collected from another star, as it cannot survive in our environment. However, it requires life support. That is the function of the device. To go to such lengths to sustain it, is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it, and as this task has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to feel as though there is a problem. In order to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves like we did countless others. We conquered the star whence this tree came. It is the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing towards which it may aspire. Yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such a way, and to what end? I do not understand. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies. I shall return to my designated post and assume a state of combat readiness. So it was acting outside of orders. Perhaps it is simply a malfunctioning Omicron. These are by no means uncommon. But it may also be a unit possessed of the ability to make decisions, one not unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. To endeavor to live, even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. Tell me, one day when this adventure becomes a part of your epic, do you think I will be mentioned in it? Of course, why wouldn't you be? Maybe in a footnote. You're not here, so you can be in a story. You truly think so? That would be, Nay, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Well, we had best get on with our task. Tracking down Stir and understanding the nature of the emotion which bars our way. Level 90, not found. Something not found. Like a 404 not found. Complete. Level 90. Hello, world. Graha T is ready to take the next step. We should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. Graha says you found a suspicious Omicron. That's good because the units here were of no help. They all had the same thing to say about the extended operations unit, that there's no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, that served to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. Enough about us. Tell me you learned something more useful. An Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life. None of the others were even a fraction as philosophical. This unit may well be in a position of leadership, perhaps even one of those that comprise Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of conquest. With the technology at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be it in part or in whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wished to have an ordinary Omicron's body, I see no reason why it would not be possible. Problem is how to go about ascertaining if that's what's happened. When I attempted to probe further, it promptly ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal its true identity. I have an idea. We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger, much stronger. That moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction, that could suggest that it has a connection to Sir. An inspired idea, I dare say, is worth a try. I had a feeling you'd be on board. This time you must allow me to do the honors. I will stand guard in case your incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part, then, I will approach our suspect and divert its attention. During which time, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behavior. Should mention that shortly before you returned, an Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, it headed off towards the console. At first I assumed it was a unit on patrol, but perhaps... It could only be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operation at once. Alright, Alphanaut and I will stand by the console, and when it's time, I'll unleash a veritable storm. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend, let us find this doubt-plagued Omicron. You are the one that was observing the tree, are you not? Oh, glad I am to find you again. I have a question for you, you see, about the device which sustains the tree. Provided it does not necessitate the disclosure of restricted information, very well. Raha has begun distracting the Omicron. Soon Alizé will strike the console with lightning. Observe M017 closely for anomalous behavior after Alizé has cast her spell. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out, target an area, and confirm it with right trigger A. Did something. Yakus. An anomaly, you say? Performing diagnostic. Error confirmed. My connection to Central Command is suffering from intermittent failures. Must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You will excuse me. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance. It is to confront the truth. While we spoke, our comrade struck the console used to communicate with Sir. That is the cause of your anomaly. You are connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know, but before we speak further, we must move away from other units. I do not wish for them to know my true identity. Very well, our friends are at the console. Let us head there.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma 1. It was my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. This body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves.
Or
What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted. It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy is spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible. In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power. But we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost. Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them, I want you to make me a promise. Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
You say it, I'll do it. I can't. Not again.
Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back. First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly. We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. And last but not least, a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will. If you would humor me a moment, when we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before? Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire, and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unalike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
No.
with us to the end.
They all leave so easily, as if it's nothing. How do they think we feel? Next time we meet, I'll give him such a flick, and that'll be just to start. Level 90. Hello, world. Complete. Am I not attuned to this? I'm gonna have to do that. Fools, all of them fools. Level 90. Forge ahead. Amidst the sadness of Alphinaud's countenance, there is a newfound determination. That crystalline path Graha has paved it for us. Difficult as it is, we must carry on for our friends and all who await us in faith. So come, let us seek the path's beginning. It appears to be near the outpost. Okay, I guess that's when we attune to the ether, right? Look, a portal has opened. It will surely deliver us true, it must. Travel through the portal. Well, here is where the path begins, and it ascends to dizzying heights. Let's make our way, one sure step at a time. Our friends got us this far, their courage, their strength, their wisdom, their love. We owe it to them to continue, no matter how long it takes. Alphinaud and Alizé are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area or by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at the original location. Okay. Where are we to go? Let's see which way forward. Oh, okay, I see it. Never mind. Looking at the map instead of the actual screen. Listen to the silence. Tancred would scout the road ahead. Ishtola and Uranje would trade opinions on esoteric subjects. Raha would join in their discussion or else chat with me and Alizé about the mission. Estinian would be at the rear, apart yet present. All the while you would come and go wherever you are needed, and together we would travel. Listen to the silence. All I can hear are my footfalls, my heartbeat. It's so much quieter now. The fact we can breathe and continue on is proof that the others are still with us. They are, aren't they? Look back on the path. Portal is barely visible from up here. Truly we've come far, much farther than would have been possible had we kept chasing perfect ideals as we did in the past. It's because we have known failure and frustration that we have learned and grown from them that Hydaelyn has entrusted us with this mission and fate of the very star. It's all a dream, isn't it? A long, elaborate dream. Any moment now, I'll wake up in my bed, still a student, grandfather alive. I'd go about my day, relieved as the fragments of that other life fade away. And that would be happiness, wouldn't it? That none of it. No, I won't give up these experiences. Good and bad, they are mine. They are me. How do I hit those other ones? Offer a word of comfort. Rest assured I am fine, but thank you for your concern. What of yourself? Though we can't afford to be too leisurely, neither need we rush unduly. Across an impossible distance to stand where we are now, and we're but a few steps away from journey's end. It will be over before we know it. Me? Oh, I still have plenty of legs left in me. Don't you worry, it's you I'm worried about. You always push yourself so hard for us, for everyone, and while we're here, we'll make sure to bear our share of the burden. It looks like we missed one. I'm not going back for it. Look at the path ahead. Well, this is it, the end of the path and the beginning of whatever awaits. There will be greater hardships. We may be made to feel powerless. Come what may, let us have no regrets. No, let us have pride in what we have achieved. What we achieved and how it changes for the better. That's worth fighting for and dying for, as they did. There are some structures up ahead, still a ways to go before we reach the dead sun. Given all this, I know how naive it must sound to hope it all works out somehow. Still, you'll forgive me if I wish for it all the same, and for you most of all. Not that you of all people need it, it's just after all the help you've given me, for once I want to be the one that help you. This is almost. Normal? It's not unlike many cities we know, but it's deathly quiet. Mayhap the inhabitants are within the buildings, or invisible to our senses. Wrong on both counts, there is simply no one here. Meteon! This is how I found it when I arrived, another star which once pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, none can say. None live to speak for the dead. They are gone, gone. Search all you like, but you'll only end up returning back. If there is no one here, then neither should there be a motion to bar our way. Yet Meteon seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? Level 90, forge ahead. Complete.